Mike Fisher in Frisco. We got moving, we got shaking. Let's first get to Cowboy roster moves on Saturday as they get ready to get on the airplane, leave here in Frisco. Oh, you're wondering what that is? Hold on a second. You're probably also wondering what this is. Hold on a second. And you're probably also wondering what's in this box. Just a moment. Anthony Brown has a rib problem, Cowboys cornerback, and my understanding of it is, and I don't hold me to the numbers, but something like there was 4 ribs over here that were damaged earlier in the season that he rehabbed and worked through and a little patience played through. Then he started playing again, and then I think he got 2 more ribs over here. So when we say ribs on Anthony Brown, it's with an S at the end of it. Anthony Brown has been ruled out for Cowboys at Bengals Sunday at noon in Cincinnati. That's your starting cornerback. He's under contract long-term. Remember, he signed this last offseason. They believe in him as a starting caliber cornerback. He's here to stay, but he's not going to Cincinnati. Won't even travel there. All right, well, next man up then, right? Problem. Let's go to safety, where the hitman, Donovan Wilson, has his issues. Like Anthony Brown the last 2 weeks, he's tried to practice, just hasn't been able to do much. Didn't play, of course, against Baltimore. And then here comes a short week, and he couldn't get healthy. So there's your hitman safety. He might have helped a little bit, by the way, against Baltimore. I'm not saying he would have made up whatever it was, 15 points, but he might have helped a little bit. So he's unavailable, not traveling. So you start to get a little scrambly at safety. Maybe it's time for Reggie Robinson II to finally get his uniform dirty on a real live non-special teams play. He's played 3 snaps all year long. It's time. And then at cornerback, because as you know, if you watch this program, Chido Awuzie, he's on the COVID IR list, which, by the way, doesn't mean he has COVID, but contact issues. So they got to be careful there. So he's unavailable, starting cornerback in a contract year. So they call up Savion Smith from the practice squad, and they've got Rashard Robinson running around there, who's been in the NFL for just long enough now with a couple of teams to make you realize he probably can't get it done at a high level. And then Jordan Lewis, that's the only guy that plays cornerback here that now, who's available Sunday, who's ever done anything, really, in the NFL. There's your top 3 cornerbacks. Xavier Woods will play safety, of course, and then you're scrambling at the other safety. So real problems in the secondary. If you're rooting for the Cowboys to win, that's a problem in the secondary. On the other hand, if you're rooting for the tankathon against a Bengals team that's right up/down there with you, you kind of wish Joe Burrow was playing, the number 1 pick in the entire draft, because Joe Burrow, maybe with Boyd and A.J. Green, if A.J. Green is right on a given day, the veteran, they would roast this secondary. But all things considered, maybe not. We shall see. The standout rookie center, Tyler Biettisch, has also been elevated to the active roster. So I don't know who starts at center, whether it's Joe Looney or him, but he will certainly be available to help out. Again, you know my position on this. I'm ready to see the kids. So Biettisch, there's just no reason to have the solid veteran Joe Looney play ahead of the guy who's going to, you hope, be your starting center for the next 10 years. So I say let's get started on that project, and that's where we are there. So there's your roster moves for a Saturday. You'll note, by the way, they did not bring up a running back from the practice squad. That's an indication. It's not a guarantee that Ezekiel Elliott's going to get 25 touches. I wish he wouldn't. I wish it was Tony Pollard's game, frankly, in Cincinnati. But it is an indication with the bruised calf of Zeke's, indication that he's available to play, so they don't call up a running back. And I suppose an indication that he will indeed play. Okay, here's what we're going to do. And I'll in the next few videos, I'll mention this. So tell your friends, if they're Cowboy fans and they want the real deal. And I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say There's a couple of gigantic YouTube pages out there that now are smart enough to have done what people do in digital, where they're just aggregating the work of people like me. People like me are, getting the contact from the Cowboys, saying, here's what we're going to do with the roster. And then I write it on cowboyssi.com, okay, which I hope you read every day, multiple times a day. And then we come on here and we talk about it too. And the next thing I know, there's some website or some YouTube page, and they're acting like they know, and they don't know. All they do is watch us, and I'm glad they watch us. I think we've got now 13,000 plus people who do that. That's happened in a very short time, and I'm very proud of that, and I appreciate you for that. Pretty soon we're going to get to 15, and then pretty soon after that we're going to get to 17. And those two numbers are going to be fun, because here's how we're going to do it. When we get to 15,000 subscribers, I will give you a copy of the book that we've talked about. I've had about 300 requests since I just mentioned this the other day. That's really, really nice of you. Fish, I'll take that book. How much? Here's my address. Where, what do you want me to do? I'm working on a project that can satisfy 300 and more people. But for right now, let's satisfy you. So be subscribed to the Fish Report here on our YouTube channel, as 13,000 of you already are. When we get to 15,000, I will randomly select you, one of you, to receive this book. I'll get your address, I'll send it off, and of course it'll be signed personally to you, and I think you'll really enjoy it. If you're a longtime Cowboy fan, certainly, or if you're somebody that just wants to understand a little bit about how we got here, this is the book that everybody cooperated on. Jimmy, Jerry, in fact, Jerry Jones wrote the foreword in it. The other book that we wrote, Boys Are Back, the coffee table book, Troy Aikman wrote the foreword in that. So the cooperation from everybody, Jimmy and Jerry, and Aikman and Emmett and Irvin, and Nate Newton, and Mark Tuinei, and Mark Stepnoski, and Tony Tolbert, and Darren Wood, all of them. Every single guy that had something to do with the 90s Cowboys is here and worked with me on a book that I'm very proud of. We get to 15,000 subscribers, I will give one of you this book. All right? That's one thing. When we get to 17,000 subscribers, now I had somebody, when I mentioned this the other day, say, why do I want Ezekiel Elliott's bowling shoes? First of all, check out the box. I mean, it's very personalized. It's got the star, and then it's got a little Zeke down here. Now watch this. I'm going to open up the box. Slide it open. I'm telling you, this, if you want to be, like, some people like collect, an autograph, an 8x10 autograph of Troy Aikman. That's nice, but there's 100,000 of them. How many of these are there? This is Ezekiel Elliott's bowling shoe. For charity, stay hungry. Got the Cowboy star. It's got a bowling pin and a fork. It's fantastic. Ezekiel Elliott's bowling shoes in a special case. I don't even know what this. Oh, and then I guess there's insoles things in here. So, yeah, flex slide technology. They're awesome bowling shoes, and they're Zeke's. And they're yours when we get to 17,000 subscribers. And then, shortly after that, Des Bryant has given me a Des hoodie that I'm going to give to you. And it's right there. And it's soft, and it's nice, and it's Des. And that's what we're going to do here. I bet you this won't take long. So, on the one hand, do you want to tell your friends what we're doing here with Zeke, with Des, and with Jerry? Yeah, because the sooner we get to 15,000 subscribers, the sooner you're going to win. On the other hand, you're going to tell your friend, and he might win. and reducing your chances, but that's okay. He's your friend. So spread the word. Tell people what we do here. It's really cool that a bunch of you have said, can't believe you only have, I thought 13,000 was a lot. A bunch of you are saying, can't believe you only have 13,000 subscribers. Okay, well, we're going to fix that. We're going to get to 15, then we're going to get to 17. So I would also ask, I can't force you, but I would invite you to be a winner. Go read cowboyssi.com. Everything you want to know. And I mean, we write stories 24 hours a day. We are so on it. We've got an office, of course, inside the Star. In a non-COVID time, we are on the team plane with the Cowboys. We are on the team bus with the Cowboys. We're in the road hotel. We're in the home locker room. We live in Oxnard. There's nobody else that does what we do. And we set ourselves apart with our effort and maybe with our talent, but mostly with our effort. And we so want you to join us. So this is the way to join us. Read cowboyssi.com all day long. Boom, boom, boom. Get over there 5 or 6 times a day. Believe me, you will be rewarded. And then let's get to 15,000 subscribers, our little club here, our little group. And Zeke, Jerry, and Dez will be yours. Thank you for subscribing. Fish out.